What's up, YouTube? Wow, I can't believe this is finally happening. Uh, I was planning this for the last 6 months. I was planning to for my first video, but due to several reasons, it couldn't happen. This COVID situation, so I was gonna change my apartment. I wanted to set up a nice little studio with proper lighting, not this shitty video. But due to this COVID situation, I couldn't. So apparently, I was just waiting and waiting. But then I was talking to my mentor yesterday, and he said kind of that there's no good place to start. There's no good time to start rather than today. I was very inspired by it, so I was like, why not? Let's just start. So here we are. Great. So who am I, and why is this channel, and what do you get out of it? So these are a lot of questions. So I planned that I'll do some a very short introductory video where I'm gonna say who am I and why am I doing this and what will you get out of this and how you might be helping me in the process. So yeah, I'm Ron. That's what my friends call me, and I am a designer and researcher by passion. When I tell that, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a UI designer or I'm a UX designer or I'm a UI UX designer. I don't relate myself to some specific role or something like that, but rather I'm interested in design and research overall, whatever it might be. So a little bit about me, just in the sense of storytelling, so you get to know that it's not a jerk who's starting a channel. I did my engineering from NIT Durgapur, and while in the process in my sophomore, I got started to this thing called graphic design. I was interested, and I started learning the different aspects of visual design. And slowly I moved into UI, and when I moved into UI, I wanted to know more about the user experience. Now, these terms might be very vague to anyone watching this. What is this about? So I'm going to cover in depth to a lot of what I'm talking about right now. But essentially, I gave my GRE. I got 331 in GRE, and I got 8 in IELTS. And after that, I'm just not bragging about that. It's just to prove that that I am not someone who just is talking to you without knowing anything. And then I went for my MS because I wanted to get some research inside a research aspect of the entire field of human computer interaction. So I looked up throughout the globe, and I saw this country, United Kingdom, and I was like, I want to go there because of certain reasons. So they were Paul Keynes, Helen Petrie, Christopher Power. These are some very eminent names in the field of human computer interaction, if you guys don't know, and they're all based out of University of York. And I was like, wow, I mean, this is a excellent opportunity when there's professors of such magnificent impact teaching there. So I was like, all right, let's go there. I applied. There's a lot of application process. Won't go deep into it. And I got into University of York. And when I was doing my masters, I did several academic projects. But this brings to the next phase of my life, where I worked there in the University of York as a user experience researcher, and after that I traveled back to India with the hope of contributing to research and design in different Indian companies, and then I started working. And right now I'm based out of Gurgaon. Many of you know Gurgaon. If you are from Gurgaon, drop a comment, say hi. I'll be happy to like connect with people from the same city. And so after that, if you want to ask me where did I live, I lived across Canada, India, United Kingdom, and now back in India. So I lived all across the places, to be honest. And the reason I'm just getting into this is what is coming up next. So yeah, why did I start this channel? For sure, many of you know that there's loads of YouTubers out there who are doing an excellent job in teaching you interface design, in teaching you this, that, about user experience. But why am I doing this? Is essentially when I returned back to India, I felt that my education and the skills that I got there is vastly different from the practice in India. Now, I interacted a bit about the design community, the way they think, the way the research is done, but I never saw that kind of approach which I studied there. And I asked myself why. Now, I didn't go in details and go all to all the ITs and other universities who are doing courses in user experience or interaction design and try to learn what they're doing. But essentially, for me, what was important was to provide this thing which I learned from the United Kingdom, because it's a very structured approach from the University of York, and that approach to share with you guys. So if any one of you guys feel that that's a very good organized way to proceed, you guys can take some value out of it. So I'm going to talk about user experience research and human computer interaction in general. I'm also gonna drop in some videos about UI animations or micro interactions, because that's also a field I expert in. And yeah, essentially that will be it. I'll be focusing a lot more on the quantitative methodologies as compared to qualitative methodologies, because this is what comes in. So in the field of industry, when we talk about industry, in India, a lot of data analyst people do the analytics for the companies, and their analytics is very different because they don't have this user experience background, or they don't think in the sense of empathizing or observing users. So for me, I was like, no one's doing research, no one's doing quantitative research here, and I was kind of startled, and I was like, okay, so like, what are the different statistical methods there? So I'm going to talk about inferential statistics, descriptive statistics, and everything in the field of user experience research, focusing more on the quantitative part. I'll be touching a bit base about the qualitative, because there's already a huge lot of content about qualitative studies, how to create user journey maps, user storyboards, this and that. And after that, if I get enough engagement, then I'm definitely gonna uh, do some fun tutorials, like anything fun you guys want to get a take out of it. So just is as this is introductory video, so I want to drop in and say and tell you guys what is human computer interaction, or HCI. So HCI is essentially a subject which is a huge crossover between human computer science or computer science, arts, and cognitive psychology or psychology in general. It's a crossover between that, which deals with all the touch points that a user has or a human has, if the human is a user, when they interact with a digital interface or digital product. This is also valuable for physical product, but that is more about experience design. It's not called human computer interaction. So in any point of time, you see that you might ask, where does arts pop in here? So the interface, the way you are seeing or visualizing that product is, which is manifested in interface design, and interface design has different visual components in it, and visual components has arts in it. The cognitive psychology is when we read the human's mind and how the behaviors are done and how they're affected. And the computer science is definitely, you are designing a product, so you have to define different parameters, know different ways to manifest that into a digital interface. So that's essentially about it. That's what human computer interaction is. There's loads of aspects of it, like game experience research, where you research about games, accessibility research, researching about accessibility, healthcare, industry, different industry research, and everything. How this will be structured is a very important question. So I'm gonna start with the basics. So the first three or four videos will be very basic. You can skip them if you already know about the basic of UX research. And after that, I'll go on to live demos. I'll be showing you how to analyze data using SPSS, using R, using Python, how we can infer something related to our hypothesis from the data itself. And then I'll be like just having fun, and we'll be talking about different things. Uh, So what you'll get out of it, this is exactly what you'll get out of it. I'll be providing some value to you, and you'll be definitely providing some value to me by, sharing this, videos to your friends, sharing this channel to your friends, to anyone interested in, uh, research and design. After all, there's no, I'm not gonna just go ahead and tell you this subscribe or this and that. Just follow me on my Instagram. I'll link it below, because I feel that that's a new Instagram, and I'm posting regular tips on different psychological matters on my Instagram. And then you can, I have linked my Dribble, and everyone does that. I recently became active in Dribble, so not much work there. But if you want to, anyway, if you leave some constructive criticism there, and I'll be happy if you do that. And yeah, and just drop any comments, share this, because it's a new channel, so there won't be much engagement. So just share this so that at least there's some engagement, and I can help you guys, and you guys, to fulfill my objective. What help I need, other help I need from you guys is, like, just comment below if anything in specific you want to learn in this field of human computer interaction, be it some tips about game experience research, some tips about cognitive psychology. I'll be happy to provide them. So feel free to reach out to me and say hi on my Instagram. I'll be very happy if you do that, because personally, that I love connecting with people, like-minded people who are willing to learn. So that'll be awesome. Yeah, I won't take much time. It's already, I guess, around 10 minutes, 11 minutes long. So yeah, just that's it. I'm excited to get started, and we'll be seeing in the next one. Don't forget to share this. Please do share this. And yeah, I won't mind if you subscribe. It feels good, isn't it? Well, that's it. I guess soon I'll set up a studio, and this will be a lot better visually, and I guess we'll be also interacting a lot with the computers in the future videos. So that's it. Have a good time out ahead. Stay safe, wherever in the world you are. If you are already, the pandemic is over, uh, it's good you have pulled through it. If it's not, just stay safe, take the necessary precautions, and just, we have got this. We have got this. Right. See ya. Peace out.